everyone and welcome to NANN'S platform. In today's video, I'm sharing my February 2021 plan with me. So this month I used only watercolor as my special guest of the month. So I didn't purchase any of the special type of watercolors like the actual watercolor paints that you may get to start with on watercoloring. But I got some ink from my Tombows, spread it all over, diluted it with water and used that to make the doodles that I want to make. So this month I'm already telling you that I used some botanical features, some botanical illustrations, and those were looking so awesome, refreshing and nice with the watercolor paints. Like I've seen tons and tons of pictures on Instagram and I was inspired by them to do this type of spread. So I was really excited. It was just a little bit of ink and a little bit of water and just made all of the month spreads, and I was pretty excited by it. It wasn't looking bad. It was looking very good and I hope that you too like it as well. So let's get started. So first I laid all of my supplies on the table that I needed. My notebook, a couple of tissues, a little bit of water, and this palette right here has 8 different type of colors of ink that I laid from my Tombows. And that will be all it for starting my bullet journal. Now to talk about the theme, which is the main part. I thought of a theme which could be more colorful, along with some botanical factors to it, like some of the leaves or flowers that could do. And here's what I'm doing. I'm just diluting a little bit of every paint, like every color, and then drawing whatever comes to my mind. And this is what turned out. I don't think it turned out bad. It was looking really good in my opinion. Like it was my very first time doing watercolor. Still there were like uneven patches and the color wasn't flat at all, but that was what I was going for. Like I wanted a really unfinished but still a cute, nice look. The colors were not bright, not pastel, but on a very calm side. Like it wasn't vintage also, but it kind of matched what I was going for, so I really loved it. So as you can see here, I tried making a lot of mushrooms, leaves, some ferns and flowers, and that all completed my theme page, like the cover page. And then I swatched some of that peach color in the center, on the top center of my cover page. And there is what I'm gonna write February, which will represent the month, and that will complete my cover page. Side to it will be my quote page. As always, I made this curved flower illustration and written a quote side to it which says, "Every flower is a soul blossoming in nature." It felt so good to see it, and I also added a little bit of gold accents to it with the same Kuritake paint marker which I used in my last 2 videos. I'm really obsessed with that throughout the year, I think. And that pretty much completed my cover page. Moving on to the calendar spread. I already made the box, like the actual calendar which I'm going to be using. And on top of it, I made the same watercolor flowers, mushrooms, leaves and whatnot to make it look more pretty. And I think when these illustrations are close together, they look a little bit less messy because you can't see them. And here is where my phone's battery died, and I completed the spread, like the calendar spread, but I didn't got to know that I was doing this when my phone was off. So that's why I'm sorry for that, but there's nothing special. I just written the dates, the day and the February month, along with some little bit of gold accents, and that's just it. On side to it, I have my specials of the month page, where I made a boundary line, and outside of that I made my watercolor illustrations with the same gold accents to it, written the title, and that just pretty much completed my specials of the month. It was too quick, but it was pretty straightforward. On the next day, when I was fully ready to complete my bullet journal, I started on with my habit tracker. For that, I have 8 of these boxes, written dates in it, already done because those were just the boxes. So I thought not to waste time and just made that before. Now we are left with the painting part, and for that I made those paintings vertically on both the sides of those boxes. And these boxes are kind of like one dot separate from each other, and they are kind of going to the right side, so that it there wasn't any special mean for that, but it was looking pretty good. So I added that gold accent here also, and written the title with my Tombow dual brush pen and Pigma microns. And for making these boxes and the calendar box itself, I used the Pigma micron itself, the 08 thickness, if you are curious to know. For the habits, I copied last month's habits here because there were 8 habits before and 8 habits now, so it was easier to track them off. And that was all of my habit tracker. Now on the mood tracker, this was like the spread that I loved the most. So what I painted right here was a paintbrush. So I painted a paintbrush with a paintbrush. So it was looking good. I made 3 mushrooms in which there would be some circles, and on those circles I'm going to be tracking my mood by coloring those. I've written the title, and those circles were dated like according to the date, and then according to my mood I'm going to color those in with the color scheme that I fixed this month from red to black. And that was all of my mood tracker. Now on my weekly overview, I have the same concept as last month, a larger box for my assignments and smaller boxes for my to-do list. As I said, I don't want a big to-do list, so I save the pages and make it small so they are sufficient, and along with that it saves my pages. I made 2 little paintings on the top corner and on the bottom corner, and that will just give a nice touch and match it to the theme. And what I did is just made some drop shadow on the to-do list and the frame on my assignments box. Now the same I'm going to be doing on my last page, which will be till the date of 28 because it's February. Now I made that painting, and then I'm going to repeat the same, like the gold accents along with that frame and the shadows. And I also written the dates this time. Last time I forgot. And at last, leaving my love for you all. This time I made this peach and mint green drop shadow along with very small like fern and leaf illustration along with some gold accents, and that's just completed my very own February plan with me. I was super happy about that. So here is your final flip through. I didn't thought the video to be too short, like this small, but then also it was looking so good in my opinion. I hope that you like it too as well. I tried doing watercolor for the very first time with just a couple of nail art brushes along with some ink from my Tombows, and that turned out to be so great, and I really hope that you find it nice, aesthetic and helpful as I do. So everyone, this was my whole February 2021 plan with me. I hope you like it, and you may found that watercoloring isn't that hard, and you may also try to do that by your own. And I absolutely loved this month. Like, it was like a little bit of buckling, but other than that, nothing went wrong. Everything was so good, and I hope that you like it too as well. And if you do, then don't forget to subscribe to NANN'S platform, like this video, and leave any type of questions in the comments down below. I would love to hear that. I love to read the positive and nice comments. So yeah, I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.